Are you curious about baby-led weaning, but you're not sure what it actually means? Maybe you've heard your friends talk about baby-led weaning, but you don't get it. Like, how do babies go from drinking breast milk to eating avocados overnight? In this video, I'll explain this popular approach to starting solid foods. I'll show you what baby-led weaning looks like in action, and I'm also going to tell you the number one thing that most parents do wrong when they're starting solid foods. Let's dive in. Hi, I'm Katie Ferraro. I'm a registered dietitian and mom of 7. I specialize in infant feeding and baby-led weaning. If you're interested in baby-led weaning, you are not alone. In fact, a recent survey found that 83% of parents plan to do baby-led weaning when they start solid foods. But what exactly does that mean and what does it look like? In my program, Baby-Led Weaning with Katie Ferraro, I walk you through what baby-led weaning is and how to do it safely. And no, baby-led weaning does not just mean skipping purees. You probably did not know what baby-led weaning is before you had a baby. Okay. And even after you had a baby, maybe heard about baby-led weaning, but you didn't really understand what it means. In fact, when a colleague first described baby-led weaning to me, I thought she was saying baby linguini. Okay. As a dietitian who now specializes in baby-led weaning, when people ask me what it means, here's how I describe it. Baby-led weaning is a safe, practical, hands-on approach to starting solid foods. Baby-led weaning is an alternative to conventional or adult-led spoon feeding that's based on the premise that babies who feed themselves the wholesome, age-appropriate foods provided by their parents and caregivers will become independent eaters. You'll be happy to know that there's a real incredible body of evidence that supports baby-led weaning as a safe and effective way to help your baby develop a foundational love of and an ability to eat real food from their first bites. Okay, there's no force feeding purees by spoon. There's no mealtime meltdowns or battles. There's no short order cooking for picky kids who require different foods. Okay, you don't have to buy expensive, gimmicky commercial baby foods. Baby-led weaning is a natural approach to starting solid foods whereby your baby learns to eat modified versions of the same food that the rest of the family eats. Mealtimes and family foods ideally will be steeped in love and tradition, not fraught with fights or battles or begging and pleading your children to eat. Okay, baby-led weaning is a bit of work at the beginning, but the payoff, I promise you, is massive. And the good thing is, when you start solid foods with a baby-led approach, you're taking advantage of your baby's flavor window. Okay, this is the all-important and brief window of time where your baby will like and accept a wide variety of foods and flavors and tastes and textures. The term baby-led weaning was coined by Jill Rapley back in 2001, who at the time was a PhD health visitor in the United Kingdom. She's since gone on to co-author the original baby-led weaning book. It was first published in 2009, called Baby-Led Weaning, The Essential Guide, which I highly recommend that you read so you can gather a full understanding behind this feeding philosophy. Although, if you're reading, make sure you're reading the most current version of the original Baby-Led Weaning book, which contains updated research and best practices in this evolving field. And what Jill Rapley found when she was working with infants and families was that it was not the food that the babies disliked, but rather the feeding that was being done to them. So Jill Rapley advocated very strongly for waiting until 6 months before starting solid foods, which at the time when her book was first published was not customary. But waiting for the baby to start solid foods, which we now assume to be around or even after the 6-month mark, sets the stage for independent eating and babies who are able to safely and effectively feed themselves. When I was first trying to figure out baby-led weaning with my quadruplet babies back in 2016, I'd read Jill Rapley's book, so I had a good understanding of what baby-led weaning was and why it was preferable to adult-led spoon feeding. But there weren't really any resources on how to do baby-led weaning safely. Okay, and that's essentially why I created this program. I created the program that I wish I'd had when I was trying to figure out how to do baby-led weaning the right way myself. Letting a baby feed themselves is not only a philosophy, but it's a practice. Baby-led weaning kind of took off right alongside the advent of internet parenting, and in particular, some really judgmental and downright mean Facebook groups about baby-led weaning. Okay, news outlets and journalists and bloggers would, and to this day still, try to pit baby-led weaning against spoon feeding. But that's not what it's about. Okay, as you'll learn, baby-led weaning does not just mean skipping purees or skipping spoon feeding. You can honor the self-feeding principles of baby-led weaning and still offer naturally pureed foods like whole milk, full-fat yogurt, or oatmeal, or unsweetened applesauce. And we do that using the pre-loaded spoon approach, which I'll teach you about in the next section of the program. And as the body of literature and the research that supports baby-led weaning has grown, this has become a much more mainstream and accepted way to safely start solid foods. Okay? Baby-led weaning is not just some made-up thing on the internet. Okay, there's a real incredible body of research that supports it as a safe and effective alternative to conventional adult-led spoon feeding. Sometimes you hear baby-led weaning referred to as baby-led feeding. Okay, Jill Rapley named this approach baby-led weaning, so that's what I call it. Okay, the baby is the one who's doing the feeding. That's the bottom line. Okay, and there are some great benefits that result from this approach. Baby-led weaning allows your baby to participate in family meals from their first bites, to experiment with foods and eat at their own pace and learn to listen and respond to their own inborn hunger and fullness cues. Baby-led weaning helps babies develop hand-eye coordination and other important developmental motor skills and milestones. And something that is important to every single family who joins this program, their babies learn to eat and enjoy a wide variety of foods. Okay, there's data to suggest that babies who start solid foods with this approach, they do not have nutrient gaps, they do not experience growth faltering, and there's a reduced risk of severe picky eating. Okay, and that's due to the increased diet diversity that babies achieve when you start solid foods with baby-led weaning. Okay, but if I had to sum it up, baby-led weaning, it's not so much concerned about what your baby eats or how much they're eating, but rather it frees up space and time to allow your baby to learn how to eat. I know you want your baby to develop a foundational love of food, and that is exactly what baby-led weaning allows for. But you, as the caregiver, you're the one responsible for making those foods safe. And my expertise as a dietitian specializing in baby-led weaning can help you do that. If you would like step-by-step instructions on how to start solid foods safely with baby-led weaning, my comprehensive online program called Baby-Led Weaning with Katie Ferraro is the solution for you. This is an expert-led, proven approach to help your baby learn to eat real food. The program is packed with video trainings to help you master baby-led weaning, along with meal plans, feeding schedules, shopping lists, recipes, videos, and instructions for preparing over 100 foods for your baby's current age and stage. When you join the Baby-Led Weaning with Katie Ferraro program, you also get access to my 100 First Foods daily meal plan, so you'll never have to worry about which food to feed your baby next. You can sign up at babyledweaning.co/program, or the link is in the video description below if you'd like to learn more, and happy feeding.